Here we are, back on schedule, here on loop. Green team in the northern spawn will be NTT, running Libertad, Ohio, San Martin, Des Moines, Salem, Moscow, Petropavlovsk, gearing Daring. In red, in the southern spawn, will be Rough, running Bungo, Kremlin, San Martin, Des Moines, Marseille, Daring, KotS, Gdansk. Let's go look at some builds. Petro, legendary module, radar module, San Martin, radar module, improved survival expert, outnumbered. Gearing, leg mod, RPF, no swift and silence, taking both consumable duration and reload, not taking superintendent though. Daring, standard looking stuff, superintendent, blah blah blah. Moskva, leg mod, not taking the improved commando, Domensky for the improved traverse, which, you know, it's a tiny little bonus, you may as well take it, but hey. Salem, going to be running outnumbered, and top grade gunner, not going to be taking the superintendent for the extra heal. Des Moines, top grade gunner, and superintendent, legendary module, blah blah blah. Libertad, full secondary as expected. Ohio, full tonk with secondary range. In fact, he's not full tonk, he could take one of those two skills, but yeah. Let's have a look at the red team. Alright, starting off with Daring here. Standard looking stuff. We've got the Marseille, top grade gunner, demolition expert, and DCP mod slot 4. We've then got the second Marseille with prop mod and the improved engine boost. We've got the Kremlin, reload mod, DCP mod slot 4. We've got Des Moines, leg mod, no survivability expert, improved consumable duration and cooldown. Gdansk, RPF, superintendent, Bungo, stuff. San Martin, RPF and nothing else really. KotS, Swift and Silence RPF, Torpedo Reload, not taking Adrenaline Rush. And that's about it, right? Okay. So looking at initial deployments, so green team sending over the ACAP, we're sending San Martin plus Salem, question mark? Salem might try to make his way down here. That's a risky position. Probably going to sit around here. We're going to have Ohio in support of it. Moscow's going to sit here, man the radar island. Petro going to be played down here. Libertad going to play around here or here. We've got Daring going for the early contest. Des Moines and Gearing smoke radar combination. Going to be playing this kind of area. Interesting choice. That's going to allow full denial of this, though. For red, we have double Marseille looking to go around the outside, Kremlin in support, Daring going for the deep early spots. Gdansk reversing, Des Moines anchoring here, we'll have full radar control over C. Bungo just sits here, look for shots on whatever he can find, specifically this Des Moines is going to be trying to hunt. Then we got KotS, early spots, and then we got San Martin for the radar control as well. Now, a little bit of an issue for this Des Moines is he is caught deep within the opposing Des Moines radar, and there's a Bungo looking at him, and Bungo doesn't like him very much, and Bungo slaps him for 5k. Could be worse. Counter radar from his Des Moines. Not really gonna find much. Moscow radar comes out, spots the Gdansk. With that Des Moines being forced back from that smoke, he's not really going to have the reset potential that he was looking for. Well, maybe he is, never mind. There we go, that's the resets. Also, Libertad salvos coming in from downtown too. Tiny bit of chip damage on the Gdansk. Gdansk took a fair bit. Actually, the rough Des Moines there is taking a bit of a pounding. What was actually hitting you there was Ohio salvo. Yeah. Painful 30k. mine actually bloom spotted there? Oh no, he left the smoke, okay. Going for the blind fire, resets towards the Gdansk position. Does actually find some resets too. Gdansk radar comes out, spots the Gearing, Des Moines, and Moskva. Not for very long though. Bungo salvo towards that Des Moines once again. Ouch. Yeah, Bungo hurts Des Moines. The Marseille push has arrived. And doesn't appear to be stopping anytime soon. But they're going to take a hell of a pounding. You've got Moskva on them, you've got Salem on the corner here, you've also got San Martin in the face. Gearing getting a bit chunked in the background there. Des Moines still getting pounded by, you know, this whole radar situation. Could be a dead Marseille here. There is a dead Marseille here. But don't worry, they have a spare Marseille. Who's gonna try and not die. It's a bit of an awkward situation there. Like, Salem can't just go... Well, no, he can't. He's got Kremlin behind him. Is Salem going to try and creep around that corner and start getting DPM? Like, San Martin does not win the 1v1 against that Marseille, but... whether it stays a 1v1 is a different story. Yeah, Kremlin can just walk around that corner and pop the Salem in the face. Moscow takes a couple of tops to the face. From, looks like a daring conga line there. Marseille reload boosting onto San Martin. San Martin does not have a heal available for 14. He is on fire too. He gets DCP available though. I mean, there's another salvo coming out. Gets the heal up. Gets dark, gets out. No fire, survives, lives. But Salem is going to have a very serious Kremlin issue very, very shortly. Gdansk getting turbo focused down there. Got caught in the radar of the Moscow. It goes down actually to Libertad secondaries. Kremlin and Marseille should be rounding this corner relatively soon. With a pop onto the Salem. Didn't get all of it. Salem accelerating, going for the ram, won the two of them. Well, the Kremlin gets the reload off before the ram happens. Does not... Marseille does not die to the ram though. So now we have both the Kremlin and Marseille still alive, pushing into the home cap. Although the Marseille's not going to last much longer here, right? Yeah, that goes down to the San Martin. Kremlin also low on HP, probably not going to survive too much longer. That cap's probably not going to be taken. San Martin on the 910 line there, getting focused by everything. Kremlin going to go down. I'm going to swivel them around. Let's see what's happening over here. Des Moines are now staring at each other through a rock. San Martin being focused by everything on the map. Some good chunks coming in the gearing, but the gearing's forced to smoke, and that's going to allow the San Martin to get out of there. San Martin radar goes up, no heal available, San Martin goes down. And Ruff are running out of ships. NTT up 3 caps to 1, up 8 ships to 4. Well, 8 ships to 3, as the Des Moines crosses and explodes. 8 ships to 2, sorry, as the Daring also dies, and yeah, this is game. That's game. Ohio just clapped the Daring somewhere over there. I'm not entirely sure where. Somewhere. So we'll be moving on to game 2 relatively shortly. No, Des Moines gets chunked by Bungo, but refuses to die. Des Moines survives. Just leaving a lone Cassard here. Who was going to be shooting at the gearing? Just, you know, it's like, it's not over yet. I'll 1v8. And Cassard refuses to die. Okay, never mind. There we go. Cassard finally goes down. And with that, NTT will take a 1-0 lead in this series. Well, that was certainly something. Alright, let me throw you over to the hotspot map intro video while I quickly run and sort myself out.
Amidst the treacherous islands and turbulent waters of the South Pacific lies an archipelago that will soon become the stage for an epic confrontation between enemy fleets. These scenic islands will reverberate with the clashing of steel and the roar of naval artillery that can only be matched by the volcano that looms over the area. This is Hotspot. Hotspot is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination style map with 4 cap points running from west to east. The A and B cap are on the left, C is in the center, and D is on the right. In this setting, the spawn points for the teams have been moved from a central position to a position located on the 7-8 line. Cap A and B on the left will provide a challenge for even the most skilled of teams. While an island provides for an easy ability to take one's home cap, the small amount of water that separates the caps enables the smallest misstep to be massively exploited. Teams that lose a ship out here will quickly find themselves fighting for only half the map. In the center, Cap C provides a variety of ways in and out for ships and can draw in a destroyer player like bees to honey. However, the 4 islands surrounding the cap provide a multitude of ways for a radar cruiser to ambush an unsuspecting DD. Cap D on the right provides a new and unique experience for teams. Moved from within the islands to the west, the D cap now has no island cover. Teams will have to execute any plays for the cap with an extreme amount of caution, as once lost, the cap will be a significant challenge to retake. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Hotspot.
Players are almost readied up. remainder of the bands. Brisbane, Napoli, Marceau, Clubber. All players ready. Well, apart from Eagle. Let me have a look at what the next series is, by the way, as well. Final series of the day after this one will be Win UA versus SFSO. And we're dropping. Here we are, game number 2 of NTT versus Rough here on Hotspot. Green team in the Northern Spawn will be NTT, running Libertad, Ohio, Des Moines, Moscow, Petropavlovsk, Karagumo, Gearing, Delny. Meanwhile, in red in the Southern Spawn, Rough running Bungo, Des Moines, Petro, Summers, Gdansk. You're over there. Okay, let's have a look at the builds. Haru, Leg Mod, BFT, no Superintendent, taking Smoke Mod and Prop Mod. We've got Gearing with the Legendary Module, RPF, no Superintendent but consumable cooldown and reload time. Delny, AFT, Superintendent. Got the Moskva with the Legendary Module, Top Grade Gunner. Des Moines, Legendary Module, Top Grade Gunner. Libertad, secondary build. No extra heal. We got the the Ohio with relatively standard Ohio build, including improved secondary range. Petro with the legendary module, top grade gunner, and heavy AP. Got Des Moines, leg mod. Yeah, we've been over all this. Okay, cool. Red team, go. All right, Des Moines, leg mod, top grade gunner, outnumbered, no survivability expert. Summers skipping survivability expert and preventive maintenance in favor of more torpedo reload. Gdansk RPF, no AFD or anything like that, taking the Superintendent as well for the extra radar. Petro going reload mod, top grade gunner. Got Bungo with Swift and Silence, turret traverse, etc. Spotter in slot 1. The second Bungo slot again, spotter in slot 1. Des Moines, leg mod, no survivability expert, consumable reload and cooldown. Petro, reload mod, top grade gunner. And finally the Summers, with preventive maintenance, with survivability expert, no adrenaline rush, taking the improved torpedo cooldown. Initial deployments. Over at A, we send everything, including Des Moines Haragumo smoke train, plus Delny for early deep spots, plus Petro heading over here to get radar control over this. Got Libertad and Moskva 2 heading over, and then Ohio just hovering back and spawn, and then we got Gearing Des Moines as a little smoke radar combo over here. For the red team, Summers Des Moines doing the smoke radar trick. Petro probably going to make himself over there. Gdansk goes for the early radar control over C. Bungo just hovering here, looking for shots on anything. He's going to be looking for this specifically. And we've got Petro, radar control, Summers Des Moines, again, smoke radar combination, and then Bungo looking for this. As we see, the initial radars have come out. Delny going to be the focus of the ire to start with. Dodges in between the tops. Takes a little bit of a pounding, but he's going to be fine. He's got a couple of heals in the bank. Looks like someone did connect a top onto Des Moines in the smoke screen over there for Pepe. Delny sneaks the C cap. Should take a little bit of return damage on the way out though. Yeah, big chunk actually. That was from the Bungo, 6k. Rough someone's going to be taking their home cap. Potentially looking for a way for the Des Moines himself to push up and around, but he will be running into Petro and friends if he tries that, so probably not. Delta also taken by NTT. It's actually done quite well there, considering they're in a 4-on-2, but they can't hold this for long, if at all. In fact, Des Moines has a bit of a torpedo issue on the way out too. Yeah, takes one on the roadside, and yeah, they just need to leave. Honestly, they just need to leave. Just maybe new position over here to like deny this encroachment. Smoke up here and just hold back whatever you can. Well, smoke. Yeah. Although the longer they're allowed to hold where they are, the better. There's the Petro radar though, who's probably going to be saying, no, you can't stay there. Everything going to be heading towards this gearing right now. Gdansk going for the recon test in C. Should be able to take that. Haragumo smoke. Actually, Haragumo smoke is ready now. It's mine not really in a position to radar the Gdansk out currently. Moscow does have radar, but they didn't activate it early enough. So that's going to allow Ruff's Gdansk to take C. Des Moines did get smoked up over here. That's going to allow him to farm down this Petro a little bit. Ruff now also taking that Delta cap that we were talking about. Gearing Des Moines being forced off in the 4v2. Petro radar comes out from Ruff, going to be spotting the Haragumo on his way to contest the Charlie cap. Gdansk radar follows up. A bit more damage than the Haragumo. Well, that should now allow the Haragumo to potentially contest C. Take that back once again. Yeah, Gdansk taking a bit of a battering there. Someone's resmoking the Des Moines over on the one line here. How would a recontest potentially about be interrupted by torpedoes? Nope. Okay, just shelling from the Gdansk potentially then. 5 seconds. 2, 1. He actually gets away with that. NTT gonna take C. They really shouldn't have been allowed to. Gearing Des Moines doing well to hold off this push, but they can't hold this forever. At some point, this is all just gonna walk at them, and the Des Moines gonna explode. Gdansk getting caught in the open. In the, well, steeper than Moscow radar. As Moscow's pushing through the gap. And Gdansk, yeah, Gdansk just getting focused by Des Moines, Haru, and the Moscow. It looks like he might go down. First blood over at NTT. And that's going to basically give permanent control of C over at NTT. The one-line push, however, of the Petro, Libertad, and Delny is looking like it might be able to step onto the home cap of Rough relatively soon as well. So it looks like a 3 cap to 1 advantage might be going in favor of NTT very soon. As their foreman has still been stalled out over at Delta. Now Petro, they're going to take a bit of a farm, and you've got Ohio on him. Looks like the Haru and Des Moines might want to re-smoke and get on that as well. It's going to be permanently in the hider of the Moskva, so Des Moines and Haru will both get the DPM down. Petro goes down to 4k from Bungo Salvo, but he has managed to get himself dark. He's not in... he is just in radar range of the Petro. But that Petro radar doesn't cool down for another 60 seconds, so... Oh, Petro opens up. Over the Des Moines. Petro might go down here with another Bungo Salvo. Does, in fact. Evens up the kills to 1 apiece. Libertad now chasing down this Des Moines. Summers does have a smoke available for him, but getting into a position where he can get to actually smoke the Des Moines is a different story. I'm also getting involved too now. Petro's still getting farmed out by Des Moines, Ohio, Haru. Some of the smoke goes down, trying to get the Des Moines covered up. Line of sight is broken. Still residual shells in the air, though. DSP not available. Heal not available either. Petro goes down. Des Moines on double fire. And the heal runs out. That's going to hit him going down too. NTT going to be taking the B cap. Petro and Bungo have rotated off of Delta finally, but it's a little bit late for that. As NTT get a 3 cap to 1 advantage. Along with their 3 kill to 1 advantage. It doesn't really look like there's anything that Ruff can do here. There's no way to get this kill into Moskva. The Libertad is just happily pushing away towards the Bungo and Summers. Maybe the Summers can land some torpedoes. Delany's just farming around the Bungo as well. This Bungo and Petro just can't get into the battle. This Des Moines and Summers are getting... They can't really push into this. Because the resmoke comes in from them. Yeah, Bungo are going to go down here. 4 kills to 1 now for NTT. There's just nothing left available for us to get back onto. 12 seconds left on the clock. NTT will take a 2-0 series.